Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to speak about speaking. You are on the top of Mont Blanc, the highest peak in the continent of Europe. You feel that Europe is at your fingertips. You look left, you look right, you look north. This is what you see. You look south. This is what you see. You are standing at the top of Mount Everest, the highest peak on our planet, the highest mountain in this world. You look left, you look right, you look north, and this is what you see. You look south, and this is what you see. You are in a spacecraft orbiting this Earth. You look left, you look right. There is no north, there is no south. What do you see? This is what you see. You see something from another perspective. You see something from another view. You see something from another way of looking. This perspective, this view, this other way of looking is what I'm talking about this evening. And that is what makes a great speech. Step outside of the box. No, better still, break the box. Step outside of the red circle. Oh my God. Better still, break the red circle. Step outside of every presupposed, predetermined, pre-decided geometrical shape. Break those shapes. Create your own shape. Create your own space. If you like, you can step back into the red circle afterwards. You must be different. You must be original. You must be memorable. Ask not what your audience will do for you. Ask not even what you will do for your audience, but ask what together we can do to make this moment memorable, to make this moment precious. To misquote Marshall McLuhan, that was the message. This is the medium. Here it is. It's very simple. Well, it's very simple, yes indeed, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm going to say it. What the 5? What the 5, ladies and gentlemen? The questions that you must ask in anticipation of making a speech. What the 5? So we've got the 5, but there's one more, perhaps even more important, ladies and gentlemen. What the 5 plus that word. Now, what the 5, you already know if you're a journalist. You already know if you're a researcher. You already know if you are a detective. But as I said, I am here to speak about speaking. I am here to talk about talking. I am here to communicate about communicating. I am here, ladies and gentlemen, to ask the question, to speak or not to speak? There he is. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Friends, Romans, countrymen, I need your ears. I come not today to bury rhetoric, but to praise it, in fact. So, what the 5? The questions that you must ask, that you must anticipate before you make your speech, and follow them. What the 5, who, what, where, why, when, with the how question. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you get your audience enthralled, how you get your audience enticed, how you get your audience enthused, how you get your audience excited. In the words of the great Quentin Tarantino, our honey bunny, let's do it. Right here, right now, come on. So, ladies and gentlemen, you get them in, you get them involved, you get them implicated, and you've got them with you. You've got them with you. So let's try a few other catchy acronyms. Keep it short and simple. Make it strong and satisfying. Play it succinctly and seductively. But never give them an acronym that is so difficult to understand that they get lost. So, I'll try the glasses again, excuse me. And so to recap, the 3 elements of a great speech, you all know them. Number 1, you tell them what you're going to say. Number 2, you say it. Number 3, you tell them what you've just said. Well, that's a triptych, that's a trio, that's 3 ways of saying it. Let's try another triptych, another trio. Number 1, you give them an explosive opening. Number 2, you give them a flabbergasting conclusion. And number 3, number 1 and number 2 should be as close together as possible. So, we've looked at the first of the 5 W questions. The first of the 5 W questions is the what. Let's move on now to the second. We've got 4 left. Who? So who are the who? Well, the who, first of all, is not me. The who is you. It's all about you. If I am selling bananas on the market and I have no audience, I may have the ripest bananas, the juiciest bananas, the best bananas. But if I don't have people buying my bananas, then I am banana-less. What is happening is, ladies and gentlemen, people are walking past. They're ignoring my bananas because I don't get my audience. But if I do get my audience, then you, the audience, you buy my ripe, great bananas, and you are satisfied. And I am happy. And the world is a better place. So, ladies and gentlemen, in the words of the great Oscar Wilde, I have nothing to declare except my bananas. But I must anticipate all of the W5 questions before I face you. So, let's move on. The next question. The question is, where? Well, yes, here we are at the Ecole Polytechnique for the TEDx conference at X. But yes, you are physically here. But I must also think about those people who are potentially here. I must speak to you, but I must also speak to you. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the why. Why am I here? Why are you here? If you don't know, then I must tell you. I must give you a raison d'être. I must give you a purpose for being here. I must make this memorable. I must make this precious. Why is what is going to happen now? The last question. Why is it going to happen now? Because silence often says more than any word. That's why it's going to happen now, ladies and gentlemen. And so, the when. When? Well, you see, we've got the when, and we reach the final question. The H question. The H-bomb, if you like. The big one, the enormous one, the ultimate one. This is the H question, the how question. The circle is squared. I'm back to the start. We've been to Mont Blanc. We've been to Mount Everest. We've been in the spacecraft. And we are here now in Amphi Arago at the Ecole Polytechnique. The circle is squared. It is your perspective that matters. It is the new way, the original way, the je ne sais quoi way, as we say in English. It's your business. It's your feeling. It's your belief. It's your conviction. It's your capacity. It's your know-how. It's your savoir-faire. We can all speak in public. We can all wow an audience. But to do it, you've got to find your way. In the words of Frank Sinatra and Sid Vicious, you've got to do it your way. PowerPoint, statistics, quotations, stories, anecdotes, provocations. WTF, what the five is the technique. The H word, the H-bomb is your way. As an old friend of mine puts it, they may forget what you said, but they will never forget how you made them feel. If there is anything to retain from my speech this evening, ladies and gentlemen, and this is my conclusion, then it is this. Is it not better if indeed they do not forget the way you made them feel, because they do not forget what you said, because of the way that you said it?